Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's all up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down the kickoff, and it should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis and CD, the Bengals. Well, they're officially no fluke. Champions of the AFC for a second consecutive year.
And how about the Cincinnati Bengals franchise? Before last year, they had not won a playoff game since January of 1991. They are now 0-3 in Super Bowls with the loss last year to the Rams. 2 previously to Joe Montana, the 49ers in the 1980s, looking to get their first championship in this one.
Meanwhile, it took until Super Bowl 52 for the Eagles to lift the Lombardi Trophy for the first time, and not too many players are left from that squad 5 years ago, but this new group is looking to write a new chapter of Eagles lore.
Yeah, we certainly all remember that performance in the win over New England. Nick Foles throwing for 373 yards, catching the Philly special that will go down as one of the most iconic play calls in Super Bowl history. Now they're back and looking to make it 2 titles in 6 years.
Talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And everyone was quick to say after a heartbreaking loss in last year's Super Bowl, don't worry, Joe Burrow will get back here again. But we all knew that was no guarantee. Yet he's lived up to it. 1 year later, here he is leading the Bengals back for a shot at redemption in his second Super Bowl appearance.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
We're able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out, the 3rd-year player from Oklahoma by way of Alabama, Jalen Hurts.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Hurts. Again, that's Watkins. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And his throw here's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They will run for the 1st time with Miles Sanders. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 27.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
0-0 our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Well, welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal.
Hurts.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Eagles post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Burrow will throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
First down, here's Burrow. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Throwing again on second down.
Burrow, pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On first down, Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards for number 11.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Sanders has got it, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Able to slither by. And he'll work this down inside the 30.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for Philadelphia. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fielded just outside the goal line.
ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 4 yards remain for second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And once again, this is Sanders. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 26. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll look to throw again. It's complete to Brown, right side. Wasn't a ton of space, but a great move. He's able to work it to the 20-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And the Eagles are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. That time, a 9-play drive, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Burrow on first down. And the catch made, and he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 4 that time. And it'll be a Philadelphia first down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this. Practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way. Didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.